What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Y'all, please excuse the shirt. They get ready to go to work. I just want to go live a little bit, man. Like the title say, daily rant. Especially what's going on in the world today. We got to be careful about who we are dealing with in society, who we are hanging around, right? But the thing is, though, guys, check this out. We're gonna keep doing what we know what to do best, and we're gonna keep it on because that's how we do. We keep on keeping on in a crazy world, like what happened on Bourbon Street, which is sad. The guy was part of ISIS or whatever. And hold on, y'all. Let me adjust my microphone real quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, now hold up. Okay, I'm back. All right, it's like what's going on the news, man. Every time you turn on the news, something crazy is happening, and I don't know. It's just some crazy stuff. Y'all behind me is the left. This is where everything take place at. But look here, guys. I want to say thank you to Hannah because she was my first customer for Vegas Spa Beauty. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, girl. Appreciate you. Keep on buying. Give her a $20, 20% off coupon for her next order. But yeah, man. And and you got everything going on with Diddy, with Jay-Z, with just everything in the world, y'all. We gotta be careful about what we expose ourselves to, what we allowing ourselves to believe and what we're allowing ourselves to not believe, because like I tell my kids, bro, you can't really believe everything on social media, right? Like you just really can't. I mean, it is what it is, bro. But at the end of the day, some of that stuff is real. Like it is true and it's sad. But see, the thing is, you have to treat the news kind of like social media too, because the news is so doctrinated that you gotta understand these news outlets are ran by individuals with agendas, and that agenda is to line their pockets to make their bank accounts bigger, right? So once you have these news outlets that are saying pretty much on the same agenda as social media, you have to be careful for what you take as real and what is not. That's why a lot of times it's good to do your own due diligence. They have websites you're gonna look up certain facts and information about certain people and things like that. But what I want to get at is, especially with the hip hop industry, right? Like, okay, for instance, what happened with Kanye West? Kanye West gets blackballed. He gets sidelined. He gets pretty much screwed over because he said. But most of us all know what he said, right? He said, but when you look up the term, what's her name is Candace. I forgot her name, Candace Walker. I think. I'm sorry if I messed your name up, but I love her because she did it best. She went and Google anti-Semitic remark, right? And pretty much anytime you say the N word, you are having an anti-Semitic remark. Right? So just because most of the record label, the record execs or the label execs are Jewish people, it's just a big problem. But at the same time, y'all pay to promote black folks to scream anti-Semitic marks over the microphone, and y'all profit from it. But even though he said what he said, yeah, it was crazy. But like that goes on so much. Like it was a huge deal that he did it because he's a black man, of course, and because it was directed towards the Jewish people. And a lot of execs and CEOs and top executives in these companies that he was doing business with, partners with, were also Jewish people. But my thing is, why is it okay for y'all to push it, for black folks to do it? Y'all are pushing the narrative of death and destruction. Okay, the execs, because the thing is, if these artists didn't have no funding or nowhere to go to push this, now okay, some of them are underground, some of them are independent, and that's fine. They are choosing to do this on their own, but we have these execs, right, that are sitting in these offices having board meetings about this music, about how they're going to market this music, how they're going to push this music, how they're going to go on tour with this music. How they gonna make all this money off this music, right? And you get these youngsters, they very young. Think about how much the hip hop game has changed back then from the time when Scarface and them was rapping the Ghetto Boys. You had Biz Marquee, you had like Jay-Z coming up with them and use him, Master P, Tupac, Biggie, all them type of individuals. Them type of individuals had more intellect. They was more intelligent than a lot of these youngsters that are rapping now. A lot of these youngsters, I guarantee you, can't even tell you the name of their accountant if they have one. Okay, and they're signing for these deals of $100,000, $250,000, which is nothing to you. They can these execs, these companies can literally pay, bro. The lowest exec can pay these guys labor deals out of their pockets, bro. But they're making quadruple that in revenue off of one artist, and they have hundreds of artists under them. So just think about it, right? And so, but you are introducing to some guys that has never had a dime, right? A legal dime. Most they probably seen was like 10, 20 grand, income tax come in, they might rob somebody for income tax check, or they might just scam an income tax check, whatever. They're not really seeing big money like that. So 250,000 is a lot to them. But when you give $250,000 to someone that has wrong or evil intentions, has no money, just imagine the negative impact that money can have. That they just imagine the negativity they can bring forth with that money, right? And the execs know this. But it's all good till they start poisoning it. But like the crack epidemic. The crack epidemic wasn't that bad until these white folks start dying on it. Once these white folks, and I'm not racist, okay? My wife is white. I'm not racist. I just call it how I see it. Once these white people start to get addicted to crack cocaine, these lawyers, doctors, judges, politicians, preachers, it became a problem. Once it found its way in a white person neighborhood, it became a problem. I watched a documentary yesterday on the war against drugs, right? And they were saying that when Reagan passed legislative to punish drug dealers, right? The drug dealers in the black community, guess how much time they was getting caught with one crack rock. One crack rock carried a mandatory sentence of 5 years. 5 years. But a person, a white man, and this how they categorized it, not me. This is how the documentary categorized. But for a white person or the white man drug, they call crack the black man's drug, and they call cocaine the white man's drug. For a person to get not even nowhere near that time, probably 2, 3 years, they would have to get caught with almost a kilo of cocaine to get the time or half the time that a black person got caught with one $5 crack rock. Excuse me. Which is so crazy to me because you cannot have crack rock without cocaine. So what is that? How does that make sense, y'all? How does that make sense? I don't get it. How does that make sense? How you gonna give the person that has the crack rock 5 years, but you're not giving the person that's supplying the ingredients in order to make the crack? That just really shocks me, man. And it shows the type of society that we lived in, that we grew up in, right? And that's why I really implore you guys, like, man, be careful, bro. Like, be careful with what you're doing and who you're doing it around, who you hang around, the company you keep. Because the guy that did that incident, that did the mass shooting, mass killing, whatever, had mass casualty, mass injuries. He was he was ISIS first of all, but he was a registered North Carolina voter. He was a part of the military armed forces, and then I want to say he became I think he was a Marine. I'm not sure, but then he became part of the reserves when he got out. Right, so this man was trained by us. He's an ISIS agent, right? And they said on the news that he was planning on hurting his family first, kiss his wife, kids, his in-laws and stuff, I guess, which is insane to me. But he was afraid that they weren't going to push the narrative of it being um like fighting infidels and like religion and stuff like that. They weren't going to push the narrative that he was going for. He was going for a certain objective, so he decided to bomb rush a crowd in New Orleans on Bourbon Street and jumped out, started shooting or whatever. Then he had a bomb. But it was like 11 died and like 35 that was injured, which is sad. I said a prayer for the people involved. And said a prayer for him, because we got to pray for our people, for those that spite us, persecute us, things like that. And what I'm getting at is with all this going on, we as humans always wrap our attention around negative stuff. We're into so much negative stuff. We thrive off of negativity. If it's negative, we're there. If there's in high school, or even now, if there's a fight, we're going to flock to that fight. We're going to run to that fight. If there's a person handing out pamphlets or trying to feed the homeless, we're going to stay away from them. We're going to treat them like they are the scum of the earth. But if there's a person out there acting crazy because he hasn't taken his mental health meds, people will be out there recording and making fun of him, talking bad about him. Our priorities as a human being are all screwed up. But that's why we have to learn to give our life to God and walk in His path, in the path that He has chosen for us. Because the path we choose for ourselves is not the right path. Because I'm finna come out with this podcast, with this series called From Dope to Soap. And it's gonna to explain my journey from whenever I was young, pulling kick doors, selling dope, selling crack. When I got introduced to crack, that whole life that I thought it was living a life. Like I thought that was just awesome until I found myself locked up in a penitentiary for 5 years and nobody was there to have my back, except for my wife, the one I'm with now, and once you get in a situation like that, you really start finding out who your true friends are, right? Your true friends are gone. You realize that, wow, I didn't have no friends. But the ones that I really call my true friends, they died long before, about a year before I caught my charge or whatever. I did 5 years in Mississippi, MDOC, Mississippi Department of Correction. Something I'm not proud of. But let's not stray far off topic. That's a conversation for some other time. I'm not going to be here too much longer. But listen, guys, with everything that's going on in the world today, just had space debris fall somewhere in Pakistan somewhere. I don't know. That's what the news tell us it is. We don't know what it is. I didn't put my eyes on it, so I don't know what it is, right? I don't know if it could have been a spaceship, it could have been a spy satellite, it could have been whatever, right? So, but the thing is, we have to be mindful of what we allow our minds and our spirit to ingest when it comes to social media, when it comes to the news. We have to be mindful of the energy that we allow to be around us whenever we're hanging out with certain people or when we aren't about. And we have to learn to stay vigilant, stay hyper vigilant. Excuse me. It sucks because like me, I'm a paranoid person. I did time, so I naturally just don't really trust people. I'm sorry. I guess you could call it a flaw, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I naturally don't trust people. So that being said, I probably would have spotted old dude in that truck because I always like if I'm standing in line, right, I'm going to the store and I'm going to pay for my item. I stand sideways. I do not like people behind me. I just don't. I'm a Lyft rider, but people can't ride directly behind me. You have to be on the back passenger side, right? And I have my mirror down where I can see like for my kids, where I can see because I just don't trust people, and it's sad because the guy that did this, he really think. And I'm not knocking no religion. I'm not. Of course, all Muslims don't think like this. I might be wrong. He might not be Muslim, but I think he was. But he was ISIS. But I know all Muslims don't think like this. But he probably think that he's getting a great reward for the minute he take out. The more he take out, the bigger the reward, right? I don't know why I'm yelling so much. Just keep it going. So the more people he take off, the more infidels he take out, the bigger his reward. And that's hard to beat. That's hard to that's hard to fight. To fight the religion war, to try to change someone's mind about their religion, about their faith. Guys, that's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. But listen though, look, the thing is this, bro. I don't want to be caught up and just whatever. I don't want to be the type just believing whatever. And my thing is, um, this, bro. Some people they thrive off of negativity. They just love it. They love negativity. I'm sorry, I'm sharing my screen right now. Y'all know, but they just love negativity. Sorry, guys. You click up out of this crap. Uh, Cancel. But look, guys, I'm gonna get going, man. I wasted so much of y'all time, bro. I really didn't get it off my chest. Gotta get to work. Like I say, I want to thank Hannah and her mother for supporting us, for being our first customer. Thank you so much, Kelly girl. I appreciate you very much. But guys, please be aware and be alert of when you out and about in the streets. It is dangerous out there. It is evil in this world. Evil does exist. I know a lot of people want to believe it, but evil is real. If you can believe in good, you got to believe in evil. And I just implore you guys to really, really, really stay focused and keep your mind on your task. Cause this new year will be a new me. I'm going to strengthen my bank account. I'm going to strengthen my spirit. I'm going to strengthen my body. I'm going to strengthen my mind, my family, the homeless. I'm going to strengthen everything I touch. I want God to prosper. I want God to bless. And I want God to bless you. So look, you guys have a great, wonderful, glorious day. It was great talking to you. If y'all wonder why my skin is glowing like this, I've noticed I'll be looking at my skin just glowing, bro. It is my Clear Sage face serum, and it works wonders. Our best selling product, as far as, and let me take that back. When I say she's my first customer, my first online customer, but as far as like pop ups and events, yes, we have made sales. Sorry. But as far as like popping events, Claire say sell really, really well. I don't know. I got the advice from a lady one day when I was sitting outside my job. She said, have you tried Claire Sage? Her has many benefits. I looked into it, I researched it, went into depth research. I was like, wow, never heard of this, but Claire Sage does have a lot of skin benefits, both internally and externally. So y'all check out Claire Sage. But y'all have a good day. I'm finna go punch this clock, and I promise you this year gonna be my last year punching anyone else's clock. Because I teach my kids to have an entrepreneur spirit, and I need to be entrepreneurs. I need the entrepreneurs so they can follow their daddy footsteps. But look here, y'all have a good day. Thank you so much. This is your boy Albert Caesar with the Whispering Heart, signing off, aka Vex by Beauty, where we're naturally enhancing nature's beauty. You have a good one. Take care. God bless you. God loves you. I love you.